Hello, I'm Zaria Brown, an International Baccalaureate student and I'll listen give the Youth Ambassador. Life was easier when I was 8. There were no college applications to fill or anyone asking you what you intended on doing with the rest of your life. I had the added benefit of being able to visit Europe. It was the first time I really saw the beauty in a city, from the architecture to the people. I remember visiting Notre Dame and being absolutely breathtaking by the age and the detail. I spent countless hours afterwards mulling over pictures and trying to recreate in drawings what I saw to no avail. Sometimes it wasn't even about visiting major sites. There was a mystique in just sitting and watching the daily goings of people in different cities. Seeing the beauty in other towns allowed me to see it in my own. I saw the hidden charm in train tracks and gained an appreciation for friendly neighbors who'd bring us watermelons in the summertime. After that trip, I made a promise to myself to travel wherever and whenever I could. Since then, I had the opportunity of visiting Spain and even China. Traveling has changed me. It broke preconceived notions. For example, in middle school, very little was taught about China's history or culture, except for that it has a communist government. At the same time, the virtues of democracy are being regaled in your learning of the American Revolution, and the lives lost and the glories of establishing democracy are driven hard into your lessons. So the idea of communism came with its own connotation. As silly as it sounds, my friends and I, in our freshman year of high school, somehow thought that we would feel the difference in government when we went to China. That somehow communism would settle over this in an oppressive wave like the smog over the city. But we were wrong. I mean, besides the immense amount of people, it was just like being home. And maybe more liberating when you saw the liberties the children were granted based on this relationship of mutual respect with their parents. While I can't fly out the country every day, I am so lucky to have a quality education, one of the UN global goals. The International Baccalaureate Program has brought me the world and put it in my classroom. My classmates come from every different corner of this earth, from Nigeria to South Korea. And this diversity has allowed for such interesting discussion, and it gives a cultural context and new ways to challenge previously held beliefs, just like traveling did. Through the theory of knowledge, we are taught to question our knowledge, where it comes from, its validity, whether it changes depending on who you or where you are. In a battle to fight blind acceptance, I've gotten the chance to interact with global issues firsthand. Immigration became not only something that involved my parents in the voting booth, but affected the person sitting right next to me in class every day. But quality education is not only what you learn in the classroom. It can also be fostered by school-sponsored extracurricular. Being a Model UN member was an enlightening and unique experience. I remember my first conference, and I was surrounded by all these people in business casual clothes who bore the burden of the name of a nation. But, so in short, I was absolutely terrified. But with grace under pressure, I settled into speaking in front of a group like this. Each country had something to offer, and it could be combined with others, while to create something bigger and better than it ever could have been by just standing alone. And you had the added benefit of other people who were there to point out weaknesses in your arguments or implementation so it could be the best that it could be. During breaks, we were back to being regular teenagers, which made me realize that we weren't representing a country. We were representing people and bringing that sense an aspect of humanity back to our altruism was extremely important. When I had the opportunity to go to the UN Youth Forum with Listen Give, I was surprised at how similar it was to Model UN. Of course, it was on a grander scale, but at its base, it was a group of people sharing ideas, seeing what did and didn't work, and developing new ways to deal with problems. Unlike Model UN, where you had the sense of satisfaction at the end gained from passing resolutions, there was no overall goal accomplished at the Youth Forum. And while it was a little frustrating, it made me realize that you can't change the world in a couple of hours as much as you'd like to. It takes time and dedication and support. Traveling, along with the quality education, helped me to connect with others, but also myself. Tolerance, empathy, engagement, and innovation are only a few of the ideas in which I was enlightened when I was exposed to such experiences. I'll never be the same 8-year-old I was back then. But then again, I ceased to be the same person I was yesterday when I woke up and went to school. Knowledge has the power to put you in a constant state of evolution, and acknowledging this makes you powerful and makes you want to continue to better yourself, not only for yourself, but also for the world around you. So as you can see, making quality education available to everyone is of utmost importance, not only on a local scale, but to the global community. Thank you.